Hello and welcome back to my channel, Talented Reads. So today is Friday, January. No, it's not January. June, like the 24th. Yeah. Wow. Sorry. Friday, June 24th. It's like the last weekend in June. We don't really have much going on. It's going to be really hot this weekend, which means I will be indoors. So, while I'm indoors, I thought I would do a weekend reading vlog and read some books. My hope is to get through 3 books. I'm going to do a reading vlog for like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see how much I get through. And I know everyone's going to be shocked, but the 3 books that I have picked are not horror books. I know. Shocking, right? So, I've got Death in Her Hands, which I'm actually really excited to read. I picked this up and one of my friends said, "Oh, that author's really good. I think you really like her." So I've literally been just like hauling every book she's ever come out with since then. So I thought, I should probably read them. So I'm gonna get to this book. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory. This is a nonfiction book. I'm gonna start with this one tonight because I'm afraid if I lose momentum, this will be the first one to go. So I figure if I can start strong, I can start strong with the nonfiction. And then the other one I have is Book Lovers. So excited for this. I've loved her other adult romance books, and this one is a little thick, which normally wouldn't be conducive, I don't think, to a day's read. But the last couple of ones of hers that I've read, they've read fairly quickly, so I think this one will be the same. So I think that'll be a good summer light read. So I think I'm going to try to do these like tonight, this one tomorrow, and then Death in Her Hands on Sunday. That'll keep me, kind of get the roughest one and the shortest one out of the way. That one will be good to spread out all day tomorrow, and then since I'm really excited to read this, I have a feeling I'll probably knock that out. So we'll see how this goes. I ordered some food, so I'll eat, probably watch a little TV, and my bestie is going to read with me virtually later, so I'm excited for that. So when I actually get to reading this, I will check in with you then. Alright, my belly is full of food. Watch some TV. It's about 6 p.m. right now. And I'm going to get started. Yeah. Check in with you later. Well, I didn't get very far, but I was joined by my mom and Grogu. Grogu doesn't have a book. Is he just gonna sit here and stare at us while we read?
Yes, he didn't feel like reading this evening.
What?
I know. He'll look at my phone.
Rude.
He'll look at my phone.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Margaret Atwood, The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. That's an excellent choice. Very proud of you for picking that book.
You know why I picked it?
Why?
Because it's red and black, my 2 favorite colors.
Welcome to the book world, Mom. Where we pick books based on covers. And I see you have a little red bear.
And a little red bear that I got from my friend, Braden.
What a nice friend.
He lives in Arizona.
What a nice friend.
He is a nice friend.
Very good. And I think my Arizona bestie is going to be reading with us today. So that'll be exciting.
Good.
Virtually. All right, let's get to reading. So nice out this morning. Now that it's a little less cold in the morning, I love to come out here and sit and have coffee. Hear a little more of the traffic on the freeway today though. Surprising. And got the coffee. And I got my book. I didn't finish last night. But I'm gonna see if I can read a little bit this morning while it's so nice out. We have birds in this little birdhouse. They've been carrying like nest materials in for a while, but now they're carrying bugs, so there's a little nest in there. I'm gonna see if I can catch it going in. I see it like flying around in the tree, waiting for the most appropriate time to go in. Let's see if I can catch it going in. Come on, little bird. It's okay. I see it in the tree over there, but I don't know if it's gonna fly in. Oh, there it goes. Very cute little bird. It's gonna come out.
Oh yeah, the salted ones are like fabulous.
Alright, it is Saturday, like 1 in the afternoon. Did some stuff out and about this morning. I read a little bit this morning with coffee, but then once my parents came out, I just sat there and enjoyed their company for a little bit. I am not finished with this. I've got like, I think that's 60 pages left. But I just need a break from death for a little while. I still have bug guts on this one. I guess it's appropriate that a book about death has a dead bug on it, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna take a break from this, and instead I'm gonna get started on Book Lovers. Which I don't even know much about it, but I saw that it was Emily Henry, so I bought it. Because that's apparently what I do nowadays. I've read all of her other adult romances and have really enjoyed them. They're just, I'm not a romance reader, but I love her writing style. They're very approachable, I think, and So I'm excited to get to this. These read pretty quick, so yeah, I'm gonna get started on this one. Alright, just got back from having dinner with mi madre, and it is a freaking hot one out there today. It's like 91 out. I'm very happy to be home and in my nice, cool AC room. And I've read like kind of at the halfway point of Book Lovers. Oh, this book is so adorable. I just love Emily Henry. And I think I've discovered what I like most about her adult romance books, which I don't remember having in her young adult books, is the character, like, banter between, you know, usually the girl and then the guy that you know is going to become the love interest, you know, later in the book. But her characters just have good banter. Like, you know, when they're conversing, it's funny, it's witty, it's flirty. It's just, and it really brings the characters out. And I think her books are very character focused. You know, obviously there's lots of characters, right? And the setting's important, but I think it's character heavy kind of book. Which right now the love interest Charlie, oh, I just adore him. Yeah, so have no doubt I'll be able to finish this tonight, because at this point now we're kind of at the halfway point. Like, we got a couple of good steamy scenes in there, and like some stuff's kind of getting out in the open, so I think we're gonna reach a point pretty soon where, like, you know, tragedy befalls everybody and then they realize they love each other, you know, typical romance stuff. But yeah, looking forward to reading some more of this. I finished. Oh, so freaking cute. I love it. I even shed a couple of tears. Who is this crazy horror fanatic crying over romance books? Pfft. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hope Emily Henry never stops writing adult romance. They're just so beautiful. And I think of, was it 2 that she's got before? Yep. Beach Read and People We Might Meet on Vacation. This one is my favorite of those 2. I loved the characters in this one, and of course the book within the book is fantastic. Charlie, he's just great. And yeah, I freaking loved it. Oh, so cute. And it's like 7 o'clock here. I'm usually a early to bed, early to rise kind of person. So my bedtime's fast approaching. But I took a nap earlier. I'm feeling kind of enthused. I think I might get back into this one and see if I can knock out my last. I have like 60 pages left for this one. So that looks like I have more, but there's a lot of like extra content in the back. So, but I'm gonna try to knock this one out too, and then I can be done with my 2. If anyone hasn't read this, pick it up, read it. It's great. This one, if you don't mind hearing stuff about dead people, this one's not bad too, but it just doesn't pale to that one, you know? I got back from the coffee shop, had some lunch, watched a movie while I had some lunch, took a nap, took a shower, contemplated life, and now I'm getting back to reading. I haven't gotten very far in this book yet. I'm at chapter 3, which is not very far. I'm liking it. It's a lot of, it's just like this lady living out in the middle of the woods. And so there's a lot of like inner dialogue. She's overthinking things. So I mean, there's not much going on. And I don't think this book is about her trying to solve a mystery. I think it's just her like spiral into obsession, like out there by herself. So I'm kind of curious to see like where all this goes. But excuse me, I'm yawning. I don't know why I took a nap, but I'm going to try to read maybe the next couple paragraphs. There's only like 7 chapters in this whole book, so yeah. Here I go. Alright, I finished Death in Her Hands. Oh, there's a shadow. Hold on. Well, that's better. So I thought I'd wrap up the 3 books that I read for the weekend reading vlog. Friday I read Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory by Caitlin Daltrey. I gave this 3.5 stars. I would say I think it's a good companion to her TED Talk on, I think it's called like The Corpses That Saved My Life or something like that. But she talks a lot in that TED Talk, kind of a lot of stuff that she also talked about in here. A lot of good insights. Kind of just goes from like when, she first started in the funeral business as, a mortuary, and then her going through school to become a licensed mortician, and then the Good Death thing that she founded, and kind of talks about how, she's trying to change how we look at death and view death, and very interesting. As someone who is scared of dying, I think it's opened my eyes a little bit, but it's still obviously such a touchy subject to discuss with people. I think there are some things in here that I don't know how to say it nicely. She's obviously coming from a different point of view because she works in the business. I don't know how you're gonna change people's minds on that. Some people don't care to be that close to their loved ones who have died. So anyways, she's got a long road ahead of her, but very interesting. Saturday I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is her 3rd adult romance. She's written some YA stuff. This is by far my favorite of the adult romances that she's read. I gave this one a 5 stars. I would consider actually rereading this. It was so freaking cute. Charlie, who's the love interest in the book, I freaking adore him. I thought these characters seemed to be a little more flawed, I would say, than some of her other characters in her books, but I think Emily Henley writes very realistic characters. And of course, I said this before in the video, but I'll say it again. Emily writes really good banter with her characters, and I think the main character in this book is, you know, kind of sarcastic, and Charlie himself is kind of sarcastic, and it starts as kind of a hate to love relationship. So some of the banter is, I mean, it's just funny, and I can appreciate the sarcastic, witty humor, and you know, of course, the little flirty is nice, and there were some obviously some steamy scenes, but the sex part didn't come in until way later in the book, which I think is very different, but I also kind of appreciated that because we got a little more of that tension with some of the other stuff that was going on in the book. So yeah, very good. And then Sunday, today, I read Death in Her Hands by Otessa Marshfay. This is about an elderly woman who is like on a walk in the woods by this new place that she's purchased. It's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, and she comes across this note. And it talks, like the note talks about, it says on here, like, yeah, her name was Magda. Nobody will ever know who killed her. It wasn't me. Here is her dead body. Of course, there's no dead body, but, Vesta, what was the old lady's name? She kind of becomes obsessed with trying to figure out, like, who Magda is and what happened and all this stuff. And I would say if you're going into this thinking it's going to be a mystery about solving Magda's death and you're expecting a conclusion on that, you will be sorely disappointed. That is not what this book is about. It's kind of just about Vesta's, like, obsession and kind of how she just starts to, like, transcend into this, like, madness point of view, and just, yeah, so she's doing stuff and you're kind of a little confused, like, you know, I think that blurs the lines between reality and, I'll say, hallucination a little bit. Very interesting read. There's not a lot of character dialogue. I would say 90% of the book is kind of within her own internal dialogue with herself. You know, she's a widow, so she's dealing with some grief. She's kind of remembering back on her relationship with her husband who passed away. Obviously not all good memories, so, you know, she's kind of playing devil's advocate with herself in a lot of ways. So very, very interesting. I gave this one a 4. So, this was the first Otessa book that I bought, and I actually have since purchased all of her other books. I'm very excited to read them. I know she's got, like, a short story collection, she's got, like, a fiction, there's a novella, so I'm really interested to kind of see some of the other stories that she has. So yeah, all in all, I'd say this was a very successful reading vlog. I'm happy to have read these 3 books. Yeah, my next video should be my May wrap up. So obviously I'll talk a little bit more about these probably in that video, but yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with me this weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.